Hello, BookTube.
Hello. We're finally getting to our Q&A. We ended up with enough questions. Becky printed them out. We haven't done any preparation. We're going to answer them.
Off the seat of our pants.
Yeah, we're going to pants this. So it'll be fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, pantsing is what you do when you don't prepare.
Is it?
Yes.
See, I always heard pantsing is what you do when you don't like somebody.
Well, you can do that too. Yank their britches down, as they'd say in the South.
Yank the britches down.
Okay.
Bear their hind end. Okay. Getting off to a great start.
So we're gonna go down the list of questions we got. We'll tell you who gave them to us.
Just read the whole comment.
Yeah, and she'll just read the whole comment. And then we'll answer it based on that.
Okay, so the first one was from Hamilton.
And thank you. We have 500 subscribers. This is what this is about.
Yay!
Thank you to everybody who has subscribed, everybody who watches. We get a lot of views for the amount of subscribers we have, and we appreciate that. That means people are watching us and hopefully enjoying what we do.
And judging.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. First one was Hamilton Thompson. It says, "Hi, folks. Thoroughly enjoyed New World's November. I'm so glad.
Yeah, we did too.
Hadn't gone back to those science fiction stories in a long time. Sounds like you'll be taking a break for some Civil War history in the new year." He will. What are some films or television you both enjoy? I'm sure you're both deep into the Hall Channel 4A.
Okay. First off, I'm not really taking a break from science fiction. I'm just reading a lot of other stuff too. But I am going to read science fiction this year. I have quite a bit of it planned to read. So yeah, I'm still going to read it, just not as much.
And there are entirely too many good alien romances for me to put down science fiction. Just saying.
Yeah, we're not big. We're not real big into the Hallmark Channel. Becky does like Christmas movies from there.
I love Christmas movies. I have trouble with a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies because some of them are just so cringeworthy. They filmed one in
too inspirational. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A little bit. Exactly.
Yeah.
They filmed one up in Dahlonega, which is about 2 miles away from where we live, a couple of years ago, and it was painful.
Yeah, it was not very good. Actually, it wasn't Hallmark though. It was a different channel.
Oh, I thought it was a Hallmark movie.
It was a different.
But it was so much fun to watch, because of all the plaplaces that we recognized in the movie. But the movie itself, it
was supposed to be in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I was like, what? This is Georgia.
It's like obviously 75 degrees outside.
Yeah.
They're asking locals to walk across the square in these big old heavy jackets. We live in Georgia. Nobody has heavy jackets.
Yep.
But
So, and another thing, we hope we got all your questions. If we didn't, ask them again. We'll be doing this again. So.
Yeah, but what are some films or TV we enjoy?
Well, TV, we enjoy Star Trek shows a lot. We enjoy
we like some
Stargate.
We like some reality TV shows like Forged in Fire.
Yeah, Forged in Fire is fun. It's a blacksmith competition.
We get a giggle out of The Voice.
Yeah,
because the judges in that show are hilarious.
Yeah, that's actually the only show of its kind that I can stand.
Yeah, we don't watch the others really.
Yeah, because it's not based on the way someone looks. And it's we enjoy that. We enjoy that show. Although it was a travesty this year, what happened at the end.
Yeah.
But, okay.
It always comes down to the worst.
Yeah, we didn't even watch the last 2 episodes.
But as for me, TV and film that I like awful horror movies. I love bad horror movies. They make me happy for. I
like horror movies.
Good horror movies.
I like good horror movies.
I like horror movies. Just one into the other.
Yeah.
I will not turn away from bad horror.
Night of the Living Dead over the Puppet Master. We've already
established that I am not very discerning when it comes to movies.
Yeah. So, and in our next video, it's going to be a tag, My Favorite Things tag. We're going to talk about our favorite movies. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
The next question is Hoppy Pumpkin Dance.
Happy, isn't it?
No, Hoppy. It's Hoppy.
Okay.
I
Cool.
checked it twice.
Cool.
Hi, this might be a silly question. There's no such thing.
No.
But in your opinion, what is the most beautifully written book you've read so far? Have a great week. That's a great question. For me, it's Persuasion. I think that book is just beautiful from beginning to end. And Anne Elliot is an amazing heroine. And that letter. Anyone who's read it knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's so wonderful.
Yeah, mine is The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. It is beautifully written. Yeah. I'm not saying it's my favorite book. My favorite books are, Dune, Moby Dick. Now, those are beautifully written in a different way. Moby Dick is weirdly written, but strangely compelling. Strangely very compelling. But, yeah, The Scarlet Letter. If you were forced to read it in high school and hated it, read it again. It is a great book.
What about if you had to read it in college and hated it?
So read it again.
After you read it in high school.
Read it again. Read it when you don't have to. Read it when you don't have to read it. When you're not being forced to read it.
But I've read it twice.
Doesn't matter.
And I hated it both times.
So read it again when you're not forced to read it.
But I'll be forced to read it because I hate it. I'll be forcing myself to read it.
Then don't read it. Simple.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Thank you for that question.
It's a great question. It really is. It's not silly at all. All right, Dave S. In your New Worlds November wrap-up, it was mentioned that you had not read Octavia Butler previously and were delighted by how good her story was. Have you ever had the reverse of that experience, where you expected a well-liked story book from an author that's well-known in the genre to be an enjoyable read, but it turned out to be a waste of your time, enough to DNF it or turn you off the author's other works?
Yeah, that's happened. Let me see. Let me see what the... Oh, yeah, the author, his name is Paul Tremblay. People love this guy, but the book was head full of ghosts, and it was a turd. I mean, I don't understand why anybody could enjoy that book. It was just awful, and people love it. And I thought the characters were just annoying. And annoying characters can be done well. Like unlikable characters, I don't mind that as long as they're well done. And they're supposed to be unlikable. This book was just so poorly written. Awful.
I can't remember the author of the one that I'm thinking of. Maybe you will. The one that I'm thinking of is called Luster.
Oh, yeah. I've got it right here, actually. Let me get this book out. I got it in a bag here.
Oh, Lordy.
Because this book is going away. Yeah, and this is somehow a well-liked novel.
Yeah,
Raven Leilani.
I was expecting something poignant, something impressive. And
we read it for the BookTube prize, and it was awful.
I read the whole thing like I was smelling something bad.
Yeah.
It was... I didn't like anything about it.
It was totally unpleasant.
From beginning to end. Yeah,
unpleasant.
It was awful.
Terrible experience.
I didn't like the main character. I didn't like the secondary characters. There was...
Yeah.
the storyline, it was, woof.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, I didn't DNF it. I did not DNF it because I just kept telling myself it has to get better. There has to be a reason this is so well liked by so many people.
Well, I almost finished it though, but I just that's one, and I rarely ever DNF books. I don't like to do it, but I sure did that one. I didn't care.
Okay, so next question, Jesse E. Where are the best places to find and buy books for the best deals? I will let you take this one.
If we're talking brick and mortar, Second and Charles. Mm-hmm. We love Second and Charles. Half price books. Half price books is great because you're going to get clearance. Their clearance section is second to none. A lot of $1 and $2 books, 50-cent books.
Yeah, I know the ones here. The one here in Well, not here. It's about 45 miles away from here. It's is it in Alpharetta or is it Johnson? I can't remember. Johns Creek or something.
What?
The Half Price Books.
Oh no, it's in Marietta.
Is that Marietta?
Yeah.
Okay, the one
East
here in
Cobb,
Marietta
yeah.
is really good. They have a great wall of clearance in the back of the store. We went there with Noah from Everyone Who Reads Must Converse once, and we ended up with this big basket full of books, and like 90% of them were clearance books because they have some good books on their clearance section.
They do, and another thing I love there, they've got a vintage paperback. They got vintage paperback spinner racks. You can get a lot of vintage Agatha Christie, Dorothy Sayers, that kind of stuff. It's a fun, pleasant experience.
They also have 50-cent bookmarks.
Yeah, they do. That's right. We stock up on those every time we go.
I destroy that thing every time I go. Okay. Oh, and what about online?
Oh, online? Better World Books. If you can, stay away from thrift books, unless you really don't care about the about getting the right book.
About the condition.
Yeah, I mean, they have good customer service in that they will replace your book, and they won't make you send it back.
But you're going to have to be doing it quite a bit.
Like that. But you're going to have to be doing it quite a bit. I've had to replace 5 books in the last year and a half, something like that. But Better World Books has free shipping, decent prices, but the free shipping makes up. But it doesn't matter if you only buy 1 book, you still get free shipping with Better World Books. With thrift books, you have to spend $10, I think it is. If you just want to get 1 book from Better World Books, that they have free shipping. So betterworldbooks.com. I like.
Also, like Facebook Marketplace. A lot of times you'll find people who are just desperately trying to get rid of the books they've got in their box in their attic.
I found, I think, a dozen Stephen Hunter hardcovers one time for, what, $12? $15, something like that. And I thought that was just a wonderful deal. So yeah, those are the places that we recommend to get books. Thriftbooks.com is fine as long as you don't mind taking the time sometimes to replace books that are either damaged, in bad condition, or not the right book. Or Better World Books. Okay.
Next question. Plagued by Visions is the questioner.
Yeah. He does a lot of horror stuff.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever gone through a period where you just didn't want to read, and what was that like?
Yeah. I went through that not too long ago because I was in the hospital. And in the hospital, well, it wasn't that I didn't want to read. It's that I couldn't concentrate to read. I was having cognitive issues. So what was it like? It was awful.
For me, it's I was having trouble reading at the same time, but for me, it's stressors. When I'm really stressed about something, I am not in the mood to read.
She gets stressed more than I do.
Yeah, I do. But when I'm really, really, really stressed, I just don't get in the mood to read. And I'm a basket case for a little while. My reading is sort of my calming mechanism, and it doesn't work when I'm really, really stressed, and that upsets me. So I just don't read.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's awful. That's how it is. All right, next question. Sarah M.G. reads, what is the scariest book you've ever read? What is your favorite hobby besides reading? And what are your Christmas plans? So, what is the scariest book you've ever read?
I've never read a book that scared me.
Well, there's one you say it wasn't the fact that it was horror. Was it Girl Next Door?
Oh yeah, The Girl Next Door. It disturbed me. It didn't scare me, so I'll go with that. Disturbing. The Girl Next Door by Jack Ketchum. Jack Ketchum, he died not too long ago, I think. But this is based on a true story about a girl who was chained up in a basement and abused by this family and children in the neighborhood and by the mother of this family, like sexually abused and just all sorts of abuse that happened. Physical abuse, put out cigarettes on her and stuff like this, and it told it in graphic detail. But it's based on a true story. It was a fictional account of something that happened. I would rather have read the real story. I would rather have read the true crime book, which I actually did. It was better, but Jack Ketchum's book was
upsetting.
Very upsetting, and I kind of wish I'd never read it. So
yeah, that's a book I'll never read. I don't think I could handle it.
Yep, nope.
The scariest book I've ever read was it's a Stephen King book.
The Shining.
It was The Shining. It was the the topiaries, man. Holy crap! That's one of the very few books that I've had to put down and come back to like the next day, because I was reading it at night and it got to this. I have a horrible thing about animate and inanimate objects, like things that shouldn't move that do. That scares the crap out of me, and whew, yeah, that set me off something awful. The book The Shining.
So our next question actually goes right along with the rest of this question, the two questions.
Yeah.
Cozy from Cozy.
No. We still got two questions for Sarah and for Sarah MD.
I know. Look at.
Oh, we're putting them
below
together.
one.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, is do we have any hobbies besides reading? Is the first, and the answer is
So many.
Yeah. I'm about to start knitting Link a sweater, and Becky crochets.
I crochet. I cross stitch. Basically any needlework. I love needlework.
Yeah.
But I'm crocheting a Christmas gift right now. That's part of my Christmas plans, is making my gifts.
Yeah. We also collect books. I think I collect more than she does.
Most of mine come on Kindle.
Yeah. Becky
And they're
likes
the
her
blue
Kindle books.
alien
I like the
variety.
I like Kindle books too, but I also like to own books that I really, really like. I love Easton Press, and I love Folio Society books. I've just started collecting Civil War and Revolutionary War books. I'm having fun doing that, which I'm about to start reading soon. But you'll hear about that in just a little bit.
I collect unicorns
Yeah, Becky collects unicorns.
and rocks.
What are my other hobbies?
You collect elephants.
I collect elephants, and I collect Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars, which I do have to show. I still have to show because Bill and I are like, if you'll show your Hot Wheels cars, I'll show my Hot Wheels cars, and I still haven't done mine. And Bill did his. So yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. But yeah, I do have.
We have a unicorn and an elephant right here. See?
Yeah,
so pretty.
elephant with broken tusks, but I still love that elephant. It is
Right?
so cool. Yeah,
It's so pretty.
it is. But
we're collectors.
Yeah, we collect a few things, not like a ton of things. Oh, we play the ukulele.
Mm-hmm.
We both play the ukulele. Becky can play the piano.
Mm-hmm.
When her arthritis isn't acting up.
Yeah.
And I guess that's about it. Well, board gaming. I just got a new board game, Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. Can I show it?
Yeah, if you can pick it up to bring it over here.
Yeah, it's heavy.
This game, it weighs like 20 pounds.
Yeah, I could not believe how it was only. Can you put these over there? I could not believe the book was only.
Bugger all.
I think Becky just made a mess.
No, I didn't.
Okay. I could not believe this game was only $31. It is heavy, and it is awesome. It's Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. It's a role-playing board game. This is fun. We've only played it once so far because I just got it.
Let me get a good idea. So this thing is chock full. There's like 3 books in here. There's a board. There's multitudes of tokens and character pieces and cards. And so, yeah, when I'm saying it weighs about 20 pounds, I'm not joking.
Yeah, it's really heavy.
I am dead serious. That thing weighs easily 20 pounds. It's wild. But it's it's really cool.
Yeah, it is, and
It's a role playing game, and it's
easy to set
kind
up.
of like D&D.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I show off my cup. Look at it's my Halloween cup. I don't have any more Christmas cups.
And what are from Cozy at Cozy Reads Mystery? What are some hobbies we would like to try? Is there a hobby you would like to try? Well, I played the guitar for years and had to give it up. I've got some ocarinas that I want to play. But I would like to try photography. I would love to take really good photos and stuff like that. And I would like to get started on doing that with Instagram. Actually, maybe my musical instruments with my books, that kind of stuff. Like I got some really pretty ukuleles, and Becky does too. And show those with books. Your little harp up there would look really pretty with books. So yeah, we love music. We love playing music. It would probably be collecting rare books when I have money to spend on rare books. I don't have money to spend on any books right now. And photography. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, there are a couple of needlepoint things that I want to learn. I want to learn embroidery really well. And another, I want to learn tatting. It's endlessly fascinating to me. You have to use like these needles that are this long. I want to learn how to do it.
We need to move on.
But back to Sarah's question, Sarah MT Reed's question, what are your Christmas plans? We're going to go to my mother's house. It's where we always have Christmas.
Yep.
They've just moved into a new house, though. So,
it's in the country.
yeah, it's out
with bears
in the country,
deer.
right on the edge of the national forest.
Beautiful wildlife, beautiful preserves, beautiful preserve. It's beautiful out there.
It's going to be the first year in my memory that we don't have any kind of a Christmas tree because there's no time to get it up. They're like moving this weekend. So, but yeah, we're going over to her house. We're going to have Christmas there and Christmas lunch. And then we're going to go home and play with our stuff.
Yep.
All right. B&B Books.
Ian. If you don't know Ian from B&B Books, go watch his channel. I love it. It's so good. He's passionate about fantasy and thrillers and stuff like that. A lot of the same stuff we like. A lot of the same stuff I like anyway.
All right. How many states or countries have you all been to? You want to go first?
Let's see. I've been to Canada, the U.S., of course. I've been to Mexico, Belize, Honduras. I think I've been to 5 countries.
Okay. I've been to less than that, I think.
No, you've been to more than that.
Have I been to more? I know I've been to Mexico.
Yeah, you've been to
Mexico, U.S.
Costa Rica.
I've been to Costa Rica. I've been to Honduras. Did I go to Nicaragua?
No.
Why do I keep thinking I went to Nicaragua? Maybe I'm just thinking Honduras. Been to Belize.
Yeah, Honduras and Nicaragua are right there together. They're close together. But so you've been in the same amount of countries I have. But you've been one.
I haven't been to Canada. And I've been to a different Central American country.
I have been to Canada. And I love Canada. Canada's so cool. There are a lot of countries I want to go to.
Yeah. As for states, okay. So, Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas.
States you've been to?
Yeah.
I've been pretty well everything east, but I haven't been very far west at all.
I'm just going through the states by alphabet. California. Haven't been to Colorado.
You don't have to count them all.
Florida, Georgia. Been to Idaho, right? No, I haven't been to Idaho. I've been to Illinois.
Idaho and Illinois?
I know. And Indiana. Haven't been to Iowa. Haven't been to Iowa?
I have. No. Oh, yeah, you have.
Yeah, been to Iowa.
I graduated
Kansas,
from Iowa.
Yeah. Kentucky, Louisiana.
I graduated college in Iowa.
Never been to Maine. Never been to Maryland, Massachusetts. Been to Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri. No, Montana. Nebraska? No. Nevada? Yes. No New Hampshire, no New York.
California, you've
been in New Mexico. Been in North Carolina. No North Dakota.
South Carolina.
Yeah. I'll go by any order. No North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma.
Okay, maybe we can't be doing this. This is getting
A lot.
out of hand.
I was to the O's.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So I've been to less states than she's been to. I haven't been very far west. Kansas is about as far west as I've ever been.
Look at it this way. We live in Georgia.
Kansas,
I've been
Texas.
along the East Coast. I've been up to North Carolina. That's the highest I've been on the East Coast. But I've been up to towards like along the Mississippi. I've been up to Minnesota. We lived in Missouri for a while, and I've been to all of the states along the southern border.
Yeah. I've been to all the Midwestern states, but I haven't been very far west of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan.
But I've been east pretty well everywhere. Not north, not northeast, but east.
I've been everywhere, man.
I've probably been to 20 states. Something like that.
Okay. Favorite fruit? Oh, no, favorite movie. What's your favorite movie?
Oh. Go ahead. You go first.
Princess Bride.
Yeah. Princess Bride is great.
Princess Bride is one of those movies that no matter what's happening, if I come across it on TV, I'll leave it there.
I think my favorite movie, believe it or not, is A Clockwork Orange. It has been for a really long time. It hasn't changed. Big Stanley Kubrick fan. I don't think everything he's done is great, though. I think The Shining is completely overrated. I think
it's like the one Stanley Kubrick movie I'm okay with.
Yeah, I don't care for The Shining. I think it's way overrated.
Again, we mentioned my penchant for bad horror movies.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about movies. And I would say Clockwork Orange is my favorite movie.
We are talking about movies.
Yeah, but we were talking. Oh yeah, I guess we are. Okay.
All right, favorite fruit.
You first.
Watermelon.
Yeah, I love.
Followed closely by strawberries.
My favorite fruit.
Oh, I love watermelon. I want watermelon.
Mango. I love mangoes.
We don't get mangoes very much.
They're too high in carbs for me. They destroy my blood sugar, but I love them.
They're a textural nightmare. I love the flavor of mango. I can't handle the feel. And what's a book that everyone loves but just didn't do it for you?
The Stand. Hated it. I mean, hated that book. I thought it was just poorly written, just drivel. I didn't like it at all. I think Stephen King has done much, much, much better works than The Stand, not including The Dark Tower, which I don't like either. But
The Dark Tower is my answer.
Better than The Stand. Okay.
Yeah, The Dark Tower is my answer. By Stephen King.
Take a snooze.
Take a snooze is the next questioner.
I love this question because I get to talk about myself a little bit.
You talk about your favorite topic. What are your educational backgrounds?
Mine, I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, and I have half of a master's degree in counseling. I never finished it. Oh, I have a bachelor's degree in psychology and cognitive studies. I did a double major.
He's got a dual degree.
Yeah, so I've got a dual degree.
I have a bachelor's degree in English. English communications, I think, is the formal title. And I have a master's degree in professional writing from Kennesaw State University.
Which is all about editing and proofreading and stuff like that.
And writing.
And writing, yeah.
Cupcake Ninja 19 says...
This is Rita.
Hi, Rita.
One of my good friends.
All right, congrats on the 500 subs. That's a great accomplishment, even if you don't do it for the views. Thank you, Lovey. Here are my questions. 1, what makes you love a book?
The ending. The ending? No.
Okay, so sometimes it can be just everything about a book, but if a book has a good enough ending, it can save the entire book for me.
Yeah. But I mean, that can happen, but that's not it. I mean, if a book sets out what it tried to do, as long as what it did is not too subversive or offensive, then I'll appreciate it. And it's like Moby Dick. What a strange book. Like, Moby Dick's one of the weirdest things I've ever read, but it's also one of the most effective And I don't understand why, but I have to believe that Melville did exactly what he set out to do. Awesome. I mean, amazing book. So, yeah.
All right, number 2. Would you rather meet your favorite author or favorite character? That's a great question. For me, it would be favorite author. Yeah. My greatest dream in life is to be a published author. So, yeah, it'd definitely be my favorite author for me.
Yeah, same for me. I mean, if I want to know something about a character, I'll just read the book. If I want to know something about an author, it may be a little harder to get.
Yeah, and picking a favorite character is just kind of impossible.
Who is my favorite author? Jeez.
I don't know. All right.
I'm not sure I could pick one author as a favorite.
Yeah.
I can try, but I'm not. Arthur C. Clarke would probably come closer than anybody. Yeah. And I would love to have a conversation with Arthur C. Clarke. Yeah.
I would love to have a conversation with Jane Austen.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. Which book to movie adaptation was done the best in your opinion?
Lord of the Rings.
Jane Eyre, for me, and the miniseries.
The miniseries from PBS.
Yeah, was it Toby Stevens?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it? He plays Mr. Rochester. It's wonderful.
It's great, but my favorite, but I think the best ever done, pretty well, is The Lord of the Rings. I mean,
it's awesome.
It's magnificent.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Number 4. If there was a fire and you could only save one book, which book would you save?
Mine would be my Easton Press copy of Moby Dick. Oh, I wish I had it over here. We didn't do any prep work, or I would have.
No, we didn't. We dove onto this face first, but mine would be the Storyteller's source book.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to find.
Rita, who asked this question, actually bought Becky one of those.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, she sent me the second one that's from 1995 on. Which, oh my god, I have a matching set.
Yep.
But yeah, it'd be those. They're right next to each other.
And one last question from Rita.
5. If you could go into a book and experience it, the Neverending story style, which book would you want to experience that way and why?
Hobbit.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, for me.
I'd get killed by an orc in the first day.
I would.
You'd visit the Shire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Eat all day and. Yeah,
and drive Bilbo Baggins absolutely stark raving insane.
No, he would love it as long as it's one person and not 14 dwarves.
Taking over his pantry. I get it. I'm here for it. Oh no, that sounds really nice to me. Like all the.
You might want to pick a time with air conditioning.
I don't want to pick the same book you did.
Or go somewhere cold.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh no, maybe no. I don't want to visit any of Jane Austen's books, because I have no desire to live in the. Is it the
Georgian or no? It's Regency.
The Regency era.
Regency period.
Or the Victorian era, for that matter. I need somewhere that has toilets. Showers. That would be nice.
Well, what about Princess Bride?
Right.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
It would be. I don't know. I think I want to go somewhere with magic.
Yeah.
I want maybe Harry Potter.
Okay.
I think that'd be fun to visit the wizarding world.
Yeah.
Again, though, I'd probably get killed by Voldemort in the first day, because that's my luck. I'll have to think about that one. I'm going to have to come back to that.
The first of this. Just a statement.
Okay, so Melissa over at Libraries and Labradors.
She got my question for you.
My question for you, are there any books that mean more to you than others? Any special gifts you will never part with? Well, I did mention the Storyteller source books. Those will be with me until the day I die. I might be buried with them. We have no idea.
Your copy of Persuasion that Melissa got you, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that book so much.
Yeah, but again, we didn't prepare.
Right?
Yeah, so
Well,
we
if
can't
we'd
show
prepared,
it.
we'd have a stack of books this high.
Yeah.
But yeah, Melissa, who asked this question, sent me an amazing copy of Persuasion. It's just gorgeous. That would be one of them. And I have a couple of Jane Austen books over there. And there's a great Aesop's Fables book that I'm very, very attached to.
Yeah, well, I've got a Great Expectations, Easton Press, that I wouldn't get rid of, that I would, means a lot to me. I've got a Moby Dick. I've got a Dune that was given to me for Christmas. Any book that was given to me as a gift is a book that I'm going to keep for good. I do not get rid of gifts, unless they somehow get damaged or something like that. But I've got tons of books back here that were given to me as gifts that I'll never get rid of.
Yeah.
And that shelf over there is where the special books live.
Yes, it is.
So yeah.
We'll have to do a library, a shelf tour of that one day.
Yeah, we will.
All right. Angie Jones asked, you each have your own tastes and favorite genres. Is there one book you totally agree that you love, totally agree that you love, or agree that you loathe?
How about one of each?
Yes.
Pride and Prejudice we love.
Yes. It's magical.
Yeah. Sorry. Having trouble. Sinuses and allergies are getting to me.
And book that we hate.
Again, Head Full of Ghosts we hated. Into the Woods, I think it's called, by Tana French. Hated that book. Jeez, we hated that book, didn't we? It was the one we listened to on the way to work. We would try to do an audiobook every now and then. Is when I was working, we were listening to an audiobook, and it was a mystery.
Oh, it was the one. Oh,
So
I'm sorry.
one
I was
of
thinking
those-
Into the Woods, the play.
No.
Oh, Lord, it was the one with the cops that were, yeah.
Yeah, terrible. Just awful. Depressing.
It was so awful.
Yeah, depressing. I know a lot of people love it, but we hated it.
It, like the whole, I remember the whole time we're listening to that book, we're like, oh my God, why are we listening to this?
Yeah. So we got 3 more questions.
All right, James Holder asked, how do you organize your books? We do.
We kind of don't.
We don't.
Each shelf is organized in a way. Mostly from down here, no, it's not organized. From up, it's organized. Becky's got her.
We got some of the same books together, like the Penguin books, but that's about as
Penguin and
close
the
to
Oxford
organization
World
as we get.
Classics, Modern Library, and Becky has her Cozy Mysteries organized as well.
Well, they're all on the same shelf.
Well, yeah, but
There's no organization.
There's some organization.
some of the same author together.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
The answer, James, is we don't. Not really. All right. So there's one more question. It wasn't really a question for the Q&A, but it's one that I'm adding just because. And Jesse E. asked, will audiobooks count? And he was asking about the readathon.
The 24-hour readathon we did.
But to this I say, always.
Yeah, sure.
There's something that really, really bugs me that I come across every now and then on YouTube, is people talking about how audiobooks, they don't really count as reading because you're not sitting down with the book and reading. You have to sit down with the book and read if you're going to actually read something.
Here's how I look at it. I don't care for them. I do listen to them every now and then, but I don't care for them. But the thing is, it is better to consume a book, an audiobook, than to never consume it.
Yeah. The thing
is read because the people are getting the same damn information that you're getting by reading every word that they're getting by listening to every word. Some people get information better by listening than by reading it. That's just the way it is. Right?
Yeah. If somebody asks you have you read this book and you listen to it on audiobook, you're not going to say, no, I just listened to it. You have read it.
Yeah,
you
can have the same conversation about that book that the person who over here who read the book on the page. You can have the same conversation because you got the same information. So why isn't that reading?
Yeah, exactly. Audiobooks always count.
Yes.
They always count.
Yeah, like I said, I don't
just
care
because
for
you
them.
didn't, but that's just because you don't like listen to somebody else read in your head.
Yeah.
It's not because you don't think you're getting the reading experience. So that bugs me when people dismiss audiobooks as not being books.
Yeah.
Honestly,
There are people who can't see well enough to read. What are they going to do? Just never read books? Never consume books? You know, I mean, would you rather that?
it's rude.
Yeah, it is. So, all right, we're done with the Q&A. We ended it on what I think is a positive note.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, I think we're done.
Yes, and thank you everybody who
Yeah.
asked the questions, and for getting us to 500 subs. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. We never expected it to get this far.
I was expecting it to stop at 200. I really was.
Yeah.
When we got 200, I was like, all right, this is it. And then we did March Mystery Madness, and then kind of took off.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So anyway, your books are calling. Go read.